Well, back here at home with our region's water crisis top of mind, many businesses are adapting to a new reality. Now, that includes the South Texas Botanical Gardens. They are changing the format of their Big Bloom event with a water smart plant sale. Well, Josh Maxwell is here with me now. And Josh, give us an idea what spurred this change.
Well, Mike, sadly, last year, the South Texas Botanical Gardens had to completely cancel the Big Bloom sale. So this year, they're taking a more educational approach. So while you may not be able to buy the same type of flowers from years before, they say that with our drought situation, they're going to make it more educational and still have the ability to have more drought-friendly plants available to buy. With all eyes on our water resources, those who rely heavily on them are having to switch gears. Michael Womack with the South Texas Botanical Gardens says they've had to make changes to their Big Bloom sale due to our ongoing drought.
We can't have the same type of event we've ever had in the past. It's not the responsible thing to do. So what we're doing is we're turning this into an education opportunity.
Womack says what is normally the Big Bloom sale, which earns the garden thousands of dollars annually, will now be the Water Smart plant sale. He says that while the main difference will be in education, things like $2 admission will remain the same.
You can see plants that will do well with less water once they're established. You can learn from master gardeners and master naturalists. The water department will have people here that can also teach you about water conservation.
In the meantime, the race to secure our region's water infrastructure is a complicated task. Corpus Christi City Councilman Mark Scott says there are projects looking to bring relief to the community.
We are moving forward with fully use the 10 MGD. They're finishing out the wells on the western well field. I think they've implemented the plan to get a 9 MGD from the Edward Shell Foundation.
Scott says one of the more viable options on the table is the Inner Harbor desalination plant.
And that's the next big conversation, right? So we should have an agenda item late April to deliberate an agreement, a contract with Ardura to go design the Inner Harbor.
All right. Now, Josh, I understand that Councilmember Scott also emphasized what could potentially happen if the Inner Harbor desal project doesn't make steady progress.
Yeah, Mike, when I talked with him, the one word he kept emphasizing was defeasance, which in this context just means that the state is trying to protect the investment that they already put into this project, meaning that if this project were to keep stalling as it has, the city might have to pay sooner rather than later.
It's my opinion that if we don't move forward with the Inner Harbor, the state is going to move forward with defeasance. They're going to go, we're done. You owe us $226 million, and you need to start paying that back.
It goes on to say that the problem with that is if there's no signs of construction or progress, the city could end up paying back that large sum with nothing to show for it.
All right, something nobody is in favor of for sure. Thank you for that report, Josh.